Once again, thank you guys for coming to the first camp here at World Masters Innsbruck. Thank you for Yula. Thank you for Ruben organizing this. Hopefully it's one of many, and you guys are just early access. Today I'm going to be doing Samba, and I'm going to be focusing on dynamics, groove, specifically groove a lot, because I feel sometimes we get taught so much information, and we get so fixated on being correct and lose kind of the spirit of the dance. It's kind of like when you walk into a party or a club, you get one of two types of dancers. You get one of these, right? You get one of those, and you get someone who's a bit more natural with the groove. And I'm sure most of you have that natural groove, but it doesn't always come out because of the straight knee, lifted hip, turned out toe, spine, posture. We have so many things going through our head that we kind of lose this sensation. So first things first, I'm going to have you guys dance some whisks to music, just to see where you're at, where your timing's at, where your bodies are at, and then we're going to talk about some more topics in a little bit. And I feel like the root of everything is Cuban action, which all of you should be familiar with. It's just a figure eight, so I'll do it together. Figure eight your hips, and I want you to soften your knees and not care so much about legs, toes. Relax your legs. Feel your hips do the figure eight. Don't try to isolate your upper body. Let your body rotate with that figure eight. Get it natural. We can always get more technically perfect. And realize that if you do a rumba cucaracha, everyone do a rumba cucaracha, it's Cuban action, right? If you do a samba whisk, it's still Cuban action. If you do a rumba walk, it's still Cuban action. Do something not our style like a salsa basic, it's still Cuban action. So this figure eight is kind of the root, which you have to feel the difference between this, everyone lean forward on their toes, you'll feel the front of your legs flex, and this, where your spine is on your heel and you're kind of at your limit. You have to feel the difference between those two shifts in order to get this convincingly rolling through your feet. Try this one more time. And walk, and walk, and walk, and walk, and good. Relax. Try to remember this sensation of vroom, 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 where you drop your weight into the floor, collect it, redirect it. We're going to do Samba rocks, just rock from side to side, and I want you to combine that Cuban action, that figure eight that we were doing, with the sensation of in the foot, redirect in the foot, redirect in. Whoom, whoom, whoom. And don't be scared to exaggerate. Like I said, we can always limit later. Feel your weight coast back, up, forward, back, up, forward, back. Go, whoom, go, whoom. Perfect. Turn this into a whisk. Ready? And one end, a two end, a three end, a four end, a five end, a six end, and one end, a two end, a three end, a four end, a five end, a six end, a seven, a eight. Perfect. We're going to give a little bit of a different timing into this whisk. So right now we're studying a little bit of fullness. We're trying to get volume. We're trying to get weight deposit. Right now we're going to do a little bit of a release. I want you to do a whisk, which is usually 3/4, quarter one timing, right? 3/4, almost non-existent, quarter full. I'm going to give you a very strange timing. You're going to do 1.5 for the first step, and then quarter, which is going to look something like this. One end. A two and four and a five, a six and a seven, and a one, yeah? Thank you. Let's try this together. One and a two and a three and a four and a seven, and good, relax. To understand what release is, you have to understand that I use the word release for accents, for short counts. Most people, when you they force it, meaning they hit it. Like when most people try to do a sharp hip twist, they hit dance, usually forcing doesn't go well, like in boxing, or better yet, tennis. Let's take tennis. Nobody forces a serve with their arm. It's always a buildup of natural energy and a release, right, with body weight. So if we take, like, let's step away from Samba for a second. Let's do a rumba hip twist like this. We're going to do a slow walk forward, hip twist, right? I can literally compare it to a serve. You can think of it the same way. You're collecting energy, releasing energy. This whole sensation of going up and at your highest point, having enough energy to just to create the accent is more effective than hitting will ever be. Do this one more time and then we'll go back to Samba. I just want you to feel physical effort as possible. Yeah? Now, in Samba, it's very similar. In the first part of a going down, but in my timing of whisk that I gave you, there's a moment where you're going back up, collecting energy, rotating right, pitching forward. You're going to have something here to release, to go back. And when you release, I want you to feel that it's not a drop, but a rebound, meaning you're not staying down. You're releasing the energy and it's sending you back the other way. Really quick, let's do it all together. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6 and a 7 and a 1. Good. Let me see it without me. Ready? 7, 8, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5, 6, 8 and okay. One little note. When you rotate, you need to think that you're rotating into your foot. If you're just rotating laterally, meaning across, and trying to place your foot, all your energy is going behind you or around you, going down. Yeah? Let's do this real quick. Also a little Samba figure. Put a foot in front of you. Grow. One more time. Put a foot in front of you. Grow. Now, the challenge here is not to get stuck on that back foot. Challenge here is to feel that as soon as you draw forward. This means that when you're at your lowest point, your shoulder blade, your hip, foot are connecting. While you're doing that, your other side is thinking forward. So even though the energy is going back, the opposite part of your body is going forward. Try this drop one more time. Foot in front of you. Grow. Good. Other foot. Grow. And try to find freedom. For a second, don't really care about your arms. Don't care about your design. You can always perfect it later. Try to find the sensation of you cannot look cool if your energy is right? You have to understand that you can't fake anything. Whatever you feel inside is what the people in front of you will feel. If you feel awkward, they pick up on that. If you feel tense, they pick up on that. Especially people who have danced for a long time. Like, you can't hide tension. Your neck will give it away. Something will give away the fact that you're tense. So the hardest thing right now for you to do is with your body positioning, with the way you displace your weight throughout your foot, you don't have to be tense to make it to the music or to be fast. One last time, drop on both feet. Make it look as relaxed as possible. Good. Other foot. Good. And this is kind of going to be the vibe of today. We're going to do a combination. But throughout the whole combination, I want you to have this effortless energy throughout it. I want you to play. I want to see your body weight coast and shape. I don't want you to try to isolate too hard. I'd rather you do too much. It's easier to tone down. It's easier to work with a dancer who's too much.